Hey there, all you gooseheads, and welcome back to another episode of the Evening Goose. Once again, I'm your host, Andrew Ginsberg. I'm a former tech employee turned stand-up comedian, and now I'm spending all my time diving into the latest and greatest stories in AI, technology, space, and beyond. And today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, one of my favorite pastimes, one of my favorite ways to relax, and also something I think has gotten a little out of hand in my lifetime: modern weed. If you smoked weed lately and felt like you were being dragged into a quantum realm, you're not alone. Weed today is way stronger than it used to be, even in my lifetime. I remember in high school, I was basically smoking oregano and getting high. So what changed? How do we go from chill backyard joints that 30 people could pass around to meeting God and crying in the shower? Let's break it down. The 1960s and 70s, weed had about 2 to 5% THC. You could smoke a whole joint and still function enough to build a treehouse with the kids. But today, dispensary flower could be up to 30% THC. And concentrates like dabs and wax, which are super fun on the holidays like Christmas. Merry Dabmas, everybody. Those can get up all the way to 90% THC. That's not evolution. That's called biotechnology. It's kind of like comparing boxed wine to absinthe mixed with gasoline. So how did weed go from the mellow that John Lennon knew to melt your face off? One term: selective breeding. Growers crossbred strains over the last decade to boost THC. Think Gregor Mendel, if Gregor Mendel liked to get high and listen to fish. And came indoor growing. LED lights, temperature control, hydroponics. Suddenly, weed wasn't just a plant anymore. It was like a whole science experiment. And let's not forget the last 5 years, the rise of concentrates, something even in my lifetime I had never heard of. When I was a kid, there was just regular weed with sticks in it, Indian red hairs, and George Bush wanted to throw you in jail for smoking it. Now you've got shatter, rosin, live resin, THC distillate. Basically, they figured out how to strip out everything except the THC and serve it up to you in like a USB stick. It's not cannabis anymore. It's crypto for your lungs. And apparently all that power comes with a price. Now listen, I'm a very pro-weed guy, and what I'm about to say right now, I'm not saying I necessarily agree with, and I take sources I think are reputable, and I report what I read. I'm sure it's probably true. I'm just reporting the binary what I found on the internet. It's not necessarily my personal opinion, my personal belief, but this is what I found. Apparently, high THC can lead to tolerance, dependency, and freakouts. Freakouts I get, especially for new users. We're talking anxiety, paranoia, we've all been there. I think I forgot how to breathe. I don't remember what my address is. I don't remember what my address is. And because the cannabis industry isn't federally regulated, product labeling is literally all over the place. It's the wild, wild west out there. Some gummies, they say 10 milligrams on them and they're nice and light like chamomile tea. Some gummies say 10 milligrams and I'm on an airplane wondering if I could ask the pilot if he could maybe just land for me. So, is this a bad thing? Not necessarily. Stronger weed means targeted treatment for medical uses. Pain, sleep, anxiety, appetite. There's a strain for that. THC isn't the only player. Some modern growers are now dialing THC down and dialing CBD up. I know CBD is kind of like a joke to some people, but it's actually helped me out a lot with sleep, pain relief, back problems. I run a lot. I'm a big runner. It's really helped my ankles recover after a run. Yes, weed is stronger, but you do have the ability now to get more granular about how much and what you're putting into your system. Bottom line, modern weed is strong because we made it that way. This isn't your dad's pot. It's a genetically optimized, psychoactive botanical grown under lights that are more expensive than your rent. So if you're going to partake, know your dose. Start with half a gummy unless you want to meet the fifth dimension. Thanks again for watching this week's episode of the Evening Goose. I'm Andrew Ginsberg. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.